everybody, it is late at night and I am Norman. This is kind of an unscripted impromptu video that I decided to do because I realized that I've been enjoying the watches in my collection completely differently recently. And I think this kind of started way back when I allegedly was put on the list for an Oyster Perpetual 36mm, because just knowing that I have no idea when I might get a call for that really made it easier to squirrel away money, because it would be terrible to get that call and not have any money for it. So ever since then, I've been doing a lot less hunting on eBay. I really haven't felt the need to do a bunch of hunting. I've simmered down on my purchases, with the exception of the Tudor. That was kind of a big purchase. And the servicing on that as well. But apart from that, I've really calmed down. I've purchased a couple straps. I did buy the Project Square watch, which was $100. I think since then I may have also purchased some other really inexpensive pieces, but I've kind of just settled into my collection. And usually when it comes to wearing watches, I'm sort of manic depressive in a way. Like there are times when I'm just, maybe I'll wear this one, I guess. But other times, I'm just constantly wanting to wear a different piece. I'm like, oh, this one's brilliant. I put it on for a couple hours, and then I'm yearning to wear the Dolce Vita or something. So I wear that for a couple hours, and it's just kind of manically switching from watch to watch. But I feel like recently I've sort of settled into an in-between. And that was really kicked off with the Tudor, because that is such a brilliant watch, and it almost is a perfect stand-in for the OP itself. I mean, Tudor's a great brand, obviously, the DNA is there. But this watch being vintage, it's even more than DNA. It actually has Rolex parts on it. And I'm not a huge Rolex fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, I'm not a hater either. I mean, yes, it is annoying that there's just so much discussion about the brand, and a lot of times you'll encounter people that talk about it like that's the only good brand that's out there. There are so many other brilliant brands. Why are we talking about this one like it's the only one? And so many people whose collections are just 100% rollies. Craziness. But I do appreciate some of the brand's designs. I love Explorers, and vintage pieces just look amazing, and this Tudor is kind of pretty close to stand-in for some of those vintage pieces, and it feels sturdy. Like, it feels like a watch that I could wear on a daily basis. And after purchasing it, that's kind of what I did, just wore it every single day. Whereas pieces like the Pull Router and some of my other vintage watches that are really nice seem a little bit more delicate. I'm always a little bit nervous when I'm wearing the Pull Router or the old Wittenauer. Yeah. I think just because I like it so much. And yeah, for some reason the Tudor just feels like it can actually pull off being an everyday wear. And what I've found myself doing is wearing a watch consistently during the day, but then later on, late in the evening and at night, usually I'll dig out a tool watch and wear that. And I'll wear that all night while I'm working on videos and other projects that I do late at night. And then the next day it's back to the one watch that I'm wearing for the next week, 2 weeks, few weeks, whatever. So the cool thing about this that I've kind of just fallen into is that I get that one-on-one time with pieces that I really like, but I can also enjoy other watches in my collection. So this is a great way of experiencing watches that you own. If you have a lot of pieces that you love almost equally, or you have a sizable collection. And I kind of have both going on. I have a small watch box, my top tier watches, and almost every watch in there I just absolutely love on almost an even level. Almost. So it's kind of tough to pick one of those unless at the time I'm just in the mood for this particular piece. But the way that I've been enjoying my watches recently, there's none of that tension at all. Because later on in the evening, I can be, oh, I haven't worn the museum in forever. So I dig that out and enjoy it as I'm relaxing with my wife, enjoy it while I'm working on videos. Then the next morning, dig out the pole router or whatever. So I don't feel like I'm neglecting watches forever. I can just kind of enjoy various pieces in my collection, but still have that one watch that I'm getting one watch collection kind of time with. But don't get me wrong, this isn't something that I sat around and pondered or obsessed about. I just kind of fell into this pattern without even thinking about it. And so far it's been fun. We'll see how my habits change as time goes on, but yeah. So there's one way that you can enjoy pieces that are constantly fighting for your attention because you love them all, or you have quite a few pieces in your collection. Thanks for watching.